think it's been 3 times that I've let him know now.
You good, Daleen? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We will call the Broadwater County Townsend Mosquito Board meeting to order. Is there any public comment for items that are not on the agenda? Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Okay. All right. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes from the June 18th meeting?
I move we accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve the minutes from June 18th. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Any comment on the minutes? All in favor of approving the minutes from June 18th, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. All right, and we have the budget report. Mrs. Bushnell.
So I guess I'll do what we did at the last meeting. So for the Townsend Mosquito District, we are looking at 9.13 mils with a mill value projected at $4,168.20. And the projected revenue to be $38,055.67.
Okay.
And then I printed our current balance in cash to carry us over until property taxes are received. So we're sitting at $14,000, and then our CIP is sitting at $103,000. And then really haven't had any expenses out of the budget for this fiscal year.
Awesome. Okay. Any other questions or comments on the budget report?
I don't have any.
Nope.
Stacey, right. Right, for ongoing business, commissioners, do we have an update? Nope. Okay.
I don't have anything.
No, I mean, other than we see that the Lyman's Rodeo is
Yeah.
getting ready up there, but it's, it's so dry up there. I wonder really, maybe around the actual fairgrounds area probably. But
So,
Oh, good point.
Okay. All right, Jess, do you want to do the district update?
yep, so Lyman's Rodeo, I called them last week and spoke to them to get an idea of when they were going to do setup so that we weren't interfering with setup. So we're going to fog Thursday night is our projected plan.
Okay.
Get us close to it without interfering. Yeah, counts are low, but we'll still do that service because it falls into that route for that evening nicely.
Okay.
So we've been fogging since the end of June, beginning of July. We did have a line in our unit break last night, so I'm going to replace that this afternoon after this meeting. It's just a simple hose, so it'll be quick to get us back up and running. Our walls unit is working really well. I was able to get that calibrated. I've started doing the ditches, the irrigation canals, because there's grasses at the edge where I'm getting larval counts, and so that provides us really great drop-in control without having to get close to them because of that atomized product.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hitting a source that's easy to access by air, so to speak. So,
All right.
we did mount the unit in the other Mosquito truck. So there's an older brown Chevy, so we did mount the walls unit in that instead of the 07 Chevy. I can't remember if we had it before or after this meeting, but just it made more sense for operations so that we can operate 2 different vehicles. If we have the opportunity to go out to do walls, we're not waiting on the truck to come back from pulling a weed crew.
Oh, yeah.
So
You did mention that actually.
Okay.
Last meeting.
Perfect.
trap counts and results. More show and tell?
I did.
Yay.
So today's a really good visualization of how successful our program can
Oh,
Ooh.
oh.
be. So this is the wildlife management area. So this is not in the district. This is
That's
RY Lumber, the mill.
Oh,
Just
it's-
next to it.
just
right
next to
it.
Wow,
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
This is York Island, the south end of the
Oh,
district.
no way, really?
And then this is the sewer lagoon.
Huh?
So Jess, when you
Wow.
say
That's a lot
wildlife
better than you
management,
did.
is that at the end of Canton Lane?
Yep, so this is the end of Canton Lane. So this is outside the district. So we provide no control to this lovely bed.
Nice.
And
That's
then
awesome.
the mill one is just the edge of our district, and I thought it's a really good reflection
Hmm.
of.
Well, Mill's right next to the WMA too.
Yep.
so this
so-
is a really good reflection of what
Yeah.
Yeah,
that we are successful.
That's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
that's
I
really
agree.
good.
So, and then I'll take these to Carol and we'll get tested.
Debbie doesn't want to
Cool.
hang on. To,
Well,
to
no,
the
that's
back.
where I walk my dogs a lot.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I could
same here.
tell.
Yeah.
And I haven't been going there lately, but I thought I was just being picky. I'm not.
No, you're
No.
not.
No.
That's
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very cool. All right.
I have not gotten the results back from Carol from our last couple of testings. They're running a little bit behind with vacations and Carol, so. But I'm not expecting to see West Nile mosquitoes in the state even until maybe the end of July, really. I know I expect it'll be Blaine or Valley County or one of those.
Are there only certain types that carry the West Nile?
Yes,
Okay. I've asked you that before, I'm sure, but I forget. Sorry.
that's okay. It's the Kulik species in Montana that carry West Nile. So the majority of the mosquitoes in the wildlife management area are Aedes vexans. So they're prolific biters. They like to feed, and they'll come to people. They're like, oh yeah, I'll bug you.
Snack. Okay.
But they do not carry West Nile.
Okay.
So they are what we consider a nuisance mosquito in the biz.
And will West Nile often go to horse? Like, will it infect animals prior to you seeing it in humans?
It depends. So the primary carrier of West Nile is birds. And so if waterfowl get it, it'll get bit by a mosquito, they're very, very unlikely to contract West Nile virus. Songbirds get it and die quickly. And we see it in the other way. Songbirds get it and don't die. Corvids, the crows, magpies get it and die very quickly.
oh darn.
So it's those songbirds that'll move as they move around, and then get bit again by a mosquito, a Culex mosquito. Then they can get West Nile moving. That's how it moves across the state, is through that movement of the birds.
Okay.
And just what counties did you say?
So last year we saw it in Blaine County first, and Toole County and Valley County.
Any rhyme or reason to that?
They're hotter and drier, typically, than we are. And they're usually moves east to west as across the nation. So we look at what North Dakota and South Dakota are doing as far as infection rates. But to get West Nile from a mosquito to a person or a horse, there's actually a number of barriers inside the mosquito that have to be broached too. Like it has to go through the gut, and there's a couple of like checkpoints before it's actually transmissible.
Interesting.
But let's say if we were to get a positive trap count, why my protocol is to notify residents around that area so that they can update their vaccinations on their horses, make sure that they're putting DEET on when they're going outside. Like, it should, the public deserve to know when that's happening.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else on trap counts results?
To be clear, we have not had a positive trap count in Broadwater County in the last 6 years. So,
Oh,
but
wow,
yeah,
6 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with that,
All right. Perfect.
just so we know.
Perfect. For new business, we have bylaws discussion decision, but we are going to table that and just do both Three Forks and Townsend at the next meeting
Okay.
in August. And we had some things come up today with boards that was getting clarified with board terms. So we'll just do that in August. What do you have for Broadwater County Fair?
So we'll do education at the fair again this year. We still have some of the stuff we got last year to hand out. So at the last meeting, we talked about doing the little homemade traps with the yeast and sugar. So we'll do those again. And I think we're going to try to do it as a do-it-yourself event. So people get to make their own.
And you'll have little recipes that they can
Yep,
take
no, so
home or whatever.
my intention is to do like a little table where you have the sugar, the yeast, the bottle, the lid, and it's like a little kit that you get to, you know, you have to take all the things home. You put the tablespoon of yeast, the teaspoon of sugar, you put all your stuff, and then all they have to do is add water when they get home.
Awesome.
And then we'll have district maps up again, and we'll have our spinner, and I'll update our questions, challenge everybody.
All right. Townsend Mosquito Board Roundtable. I feel like we do that on our route to getting here.
We kind of do.
Yeah. Anyone have anything else for Roundtable?
I forgot to say during the commission update, thank you for the Facebook notifications.
Oh yeah.
It's very helpful to have the
Mhm.
map there. And yeah.
And so we've been putting the zone map up with our notification. And then we'll still use the Facebook if we implement TextMyGov, because that's just a different, the TextMyGov I would like to use as a notification tool, not I don't know how to differentiate. So the individual messages that I send every week are collected in one spot.
Well, and it helps direct people to
Yep.
the website or to
Yep.
Facebook or to
Exactly.
whatever. The Facebook is really handy to have the map.
Yep.
So
And so yeah,
I
there's a lot more
appreciate
visuals there.
Yeah. I appreciate it a lot.
And so, I'm going to take those pictures. I'm going to put the mosquitoes out on a piece of paper and lay out the wildlife management area and put it next to the Mill Road trap site, just so people can see the difference between areas that are treated and not.
Are those one nights of trapping?
Yep, that's last night's trap.
Oh, wow.
That's one night.
What do you put in? What do you?
We bait them with
Bait 'em.
CO2, so they're baited with dry ice.
Okay.
And you have a little battery that powers the fan, and they suck them into the trap.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Anybody?
Have anything else?
No. Okay. Next meeting, August 20th, 4 p.m. There's any other announcements? Nope. Nope. All right. We will adjourn.
4:15.
4:15. Boom.